With Jam BST. Tapping in real quick. Whoa, I'm dropping everything. Tapping in real quick. Give y'all my prediction on week 1. You know what I'm saying? All the predictions. I'm not gonna do scores this week because I really don't know what team's gonna look like. Usually I have a preseason or something like that to go off, but I'm just gonna do who I think is gonna win the game and why. Just a brief show since the game's starting about an hour. I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit. What up? What up? What up? I don't see your name, but go to the description and approve Facebook to show your name and your photo. There you go. What up? What up? If y'all want to get in, I gave the other admins, the link. If you want to join in and tell me why your team is gonna win, you know who I'm rocking with. Bucks. Come on, man. You already know Saints gonna take this easy. But yeah, you're gonna if you're gonna show who you rocking with, just hop on this thing. Tim, what up? Bucks. Y'all crazy. Hold on, man. Let me tag some people real quick, and we're gonna get the show started. The first game I'm gonna start with is Seattle and Atlanta. But let me tag some people real quick, and I'll give that prediction. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, man. I love me some football. I'm excited about the season returning. And it's on time, too, unlike other seasons. They had to stop and all that. Mark this to the announcements. Turning. And it's on time, too. JR, focus on your team, bro. Focus on the Raiders, dog. Yeah, there you go. Don't worry about the Bucks. We're gonna take care of them. You worry about beating the Panthers. I'm about to get you some help. Tag some Raiders fan up in this thing. I don't know why my thing ain't let me tag anybody. Hold on. Facebook. I posted a link in the announcements. I mean, in the comment sections. I don't know, bruh. Them boys, Panthers. I don't know. I ain't gonna tell you who I pick yet, but that game, that's the second game I'm picking. So we'll see. I didn't even circle who I want on that game yet. I didn't even circle who I want on that game. I ain't even pick who I want on that game, man. That's a hard game to pick. Because Teddy, you got Teddy, Run CMC. You got the new addition with that wide receiver Anderson coming over from the Jets. That boy fast as shit. You got some weapons. I want to see, the second year. I ain't even want to start on this game, but you about to make me. You got DJ Moore coming back. I want to see what he's gonna do this year. DJ Moore is a fool. He got some weapons to play with, so we'll see. I ain't gonna pick that game first though. I'm gonna start off with Seattle and Atlanta. I got the Texans in the upset. Fucking with you. Nah, but I had the Chiefs in that game. If I get all these right though, y'all gotta take care of me next week because I'm pretty cold at this. So I feel like I'm gonna hit on all of them. So yeah, watch out for your boy. I'm gonna be doing this every Sunday. All right, I'm gonna get started, man. The first game I'm gonna pick Atlanta versus Seattle. Atlanta at home. Atlanta, they got the Todd Gurley coming over from the Rams. His health was a problem while he was with the Rams, so I'm anxious to see what he can do, in a new system with some weapons around him. He got Julio on the outside. You know what I'm saying? He got a nice little receiving core with him. So that should help, get him more space up front to run the ball. Matt Ryan, he's old and reliable. Every year Matt Ryan is, doing this thing. Um, I'm anxious to see what kind of season he can have as far as wins, because every year he getting close to 5,000 yards every year. His touchdown to Julio is something to keep an eye on, because Julio, he don't really score a lot. He get a lot of yards, which, with a passing attack, you're gonna get a lot of yards, but you got to put the ball in the end zone. So I'm anxious to see what kind of season, if Julio can get over 10 touchdowns, that'll help the Falcons a lot. And Todd Gurley running the ball, well all season should help them a lot as well. In that game, I'm picking Seattle. I like what Seattle is doing both on the offense. Losing Clowney was pretty big for them, because he had a solid season once he got traded over there. I still like their defense. Jamal Adams coming over, that'll help them a lot, because he can play not only his position, he can also play around the box, which would help. With quarterback pressure, he's also good at rushing the passer. He's also good at stopping the run. So Jamal Adams could do it all. I like that. On offense, though, Seattle they stack. They got Gordon. I don't know when he's gonna play. He probably suspended or something. But I know he re-signed. But they still got Tyler Lockett, who is every year Tyler Lockett ball. I don't know one year that Tyler Lockett just didn't ball. Seemed like every year he's either close to 1,000 yards or over 1,000 yards. Tyler Lockett is cold. DK, I just thought he was all strength. I wasn't wrong about him. I just didn't know he can be the beast that he was last year. I like DK a lot. They added Greg Olsen, which is just another weapon for Mr. Russ Wilson. I do have him as my MVP for the season, by the way. I got Russell Wilson winning the MVP this year. So with all the weapons he have, I definitely think Seattle is a team that could be in the Super Bowl at the end of the year. On defense, I'm waiting to see, how they put it all together, how, Jamal Adams play with that unit, but they always defend. DK speed of 96, that's crazy. They always defend. Pete Carroll having boys playing ball every season. So I'm gonna go with Seattle on that game. My next game, I'm picking the Panthers versus the Raiders. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater is going to be his first game coming over from the Saints. Teddy was good with us when he got his start last year. Brandon B. Richard. Who asked that question? Let's see. I thought you was asking me a question. Teddy Bridgewater played good with the Saints last year. He didn't lose any games, so that's a plus for the Panthers fans. Knowing that his last time he was on the field, he played well. He had a nice passer rating. It was high, very high passing rating, even though he wasn't slinging the ball all over the place. But taking care of the ball is gonna help, especially when you have a good running game and a good running back, top 3 running back in the league. I like Christian McCaffrey a lot. He can catch the ball, he can run the ball, he can do it all as a running back, and he's running up the middle now, which is pretty scary for a lot of teams, especially my Saints. I'm really worried about him. DJ Moore is a beast. DJ Moore can ball. That's going to be probably Teddy Bridgewater's favorite weapon. He's reliable. Cam Newton used him a lot when he had a chance to play with him. and the speedster that he got from the Jets, Robbie or Roby, whatever, Anderson. He should do a lot of fly routes and give the underneath stuff to Teddy, which is most likely what he's going to take most of the time. 9 out of 10 times he's going to take the underneath stuff. So I like in this game. I'm gonna. Well, I ain't gonna speak on the Raiders yet, but Raiders, man. I don't even know, man. This was the toughest game, one of the toughest game to pick. I like David Carr. He didn't have a terrible season. A lot of people think he had a terrible season, but he really didn't have a terrible season. As far as wins, they didn't It didn't produce to wins, but he had a solid season. He had a nice touchdown to turnover ratio last season, and he didn't even have like top weapons and stuff last year. Josh Jacobs, second year. I think he could have easily been the rookie of the year last year. Raiders gonna be nice, bro. Derek Carr. Yeah, my fault. Josh Jacobs coming back this year for his second season. I think he get over 1,000 yards easily. As far as touchdowns, he probably gonna score over 10 touchdowns as well. I like that running back a lot. He was one of my surprise pick. Nobody want to give me credit, but I called it before the draft. I was like, keep an eye on Josh Jacobs. Now he's a fool. He got some nice receiving weapons now. Like, they drafted a receiver. They gave him a top weapon. So I'm anxious to see how they do. Alabama receivers are known to be pretty good. So I'm anxious. I was kind of surprised that they took that pick right there. I thought they would definitely get CD, but we'll see. We'll see. I trust the coach. What's up? Hold on, let me see. I trust the coach. I trust John Gruden. I like all the moves he made since he came over. I think the Raiders are headed in the right direction. I do feel like they're gonna lose this game, though. I do feel like they're gonna lose this game, mostly because their secondary last year was terrible, and I feel like Teddy gonna pick them apart as far as the dink and dunks. But I do feel like they're gonna take some shots downfield as well. Raiders last year they didn't have their safety. Their safety didn't play much last year. I'm anxious to see him play this year. But as far as the secondary, I don't trust the Raiders secondary. Never had, never will. So we'll see. But I am gonna take the Panthers to win this game. CD. Yeah, CD and Ruggs, man. I didn't know who was gonna go first. I thought it was gonna be CD, for sure. But Raiders is gonna do what Raiders does. So let's go to the next game. Next game is going to be the Eagles versus Washington. And I'm gonna just start out. I'm picking the Eagles for this one. Yeah, y'all secondary is shot, bro. What's that guy from Alabama name? I know he didn't play last year, but he's pretty cold. He hit hard too. I do like y'all young players in the secondary, but and yeah, let me know who y'all got too in the games that I'm picking, so we can come back to it and see who was wrong and who was right. I do have the Eagles winning this one. I picked Washington as one of my surprise team this year. When I said surprise, I didn't really explain, but I did not mean that they're gonna win 9 games or something like that. I feel like they're gonna compete and they're gonna show improvement. That's the only reason. Yeah, he is out. Miles Sanders is out. But I do still think they can win this game. I love the Washington front seven. Their secondary is shot as well. I do like London Collins back there, but he needs some help. As far as their front seven, I love their front seven. I think they have one of the best front seven in their division and in the London Collins. Nah, he went to the he on Washington. Am I tripping? Nah. But yeah, as far as this game, as far as the Eagles, it's time for Carson Wentz to show, what the hype is about, I should say. You know what I'm saying? I think this year is his year to prove that he's not only better than Dak, he's, he got to win the division, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Eagles have to win the division. You paid him so much money, you don't pay him to be, second. Yeah, London. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I like him on Washington, and what I'm saying, he's their leader back there. But as far as everybody else, I don't really care for on the Redskins secondary. As far as Carson Wentz, like I said, he have to prove that he's worth the money at this point of his career. He got to stay on the field. He's not better than Dak. I mean, he still got a chance to prove it. I heard Mar talking about, he's way better than Dak. I don't think he's way better than Dak. As far as skill set, it's possible, but as far as production and what he's been doing since he came in the league, I think they're head to head. I always say those two quarterbacks are tied. This year, Dak has more weapons for sure. I think the Eagles was trying to trade their receiver, that big boy. I forgot his name. I can't think right now. But I think they're trying to trade him. I don't know if they're gonna keep him or trade him, but I'm worried about their weapons. They're big on tight ends. Hopefully they he uses tight ends a lot. So hopefully that help him this year so he can look like the money that he's getting paid. As far as Washington, I'm anxious to see what Haskins could do in his first season. Alshon, yeah. Alshon, they trying to trade him. He's hurt right now, so I don't even know if he's gonna play. But as far as Haskins, I'm anxious to see what he can do as his first year as a full starter. He kind of got a little taste of it like towards the end of the season, but I feel like they just put him out there to get his feet wet. I've been hearing that he's doing good in camp. Yeah, Chase Young, I'm telling you, that front seven is gonna cause some problems for Carson Wentz today. It's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say the Eagles pull away in the fourth quarter. Or, it might as well be a field goal game at the end of the game. I think it's going to be really close because the secondary, the front seven for the Washington Redskins is pretty good, and the Eagles pass offense. Not pass O-line. I'm sorry, O-line is not always been the greatest O-line as far as keeping up Carson Wentz. So we'll see how that goes. As far as Ron Rivera, I'm not sure. I heard he was unhealthy at first. He's dealing with cancer, so I'm not sure if he's coaching. I haven't heard any story on that. Hopefully he can coach in his first game and see what he can do. Ron Rivera did take Cam Newton to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they do have a lot of injuries. I like Henry. Henry, I think Henry's first name, Rieger. Not Henry Rieger, but I like Rieger. He's fast. He can he can. If Carson Wentz could make him his favorite, I think that'll be good for the Eagles because he's that good. He's fast as shit. I know that. Let me see. The run game, I know I wanted to talk about the run game. For the Eagles, they have some injuries that they're dealing with. I think Sanders is going to be out of this game. They have to run the ball good. If they don't run the ball good and they have to throw it all game, I think that could be a problem for Carson Wentz. But the next game, and I don't want to take up too much time because the games start in about less than an hour, so I don't want to take up too much time on each game. What do you think, Stafford can get back to what he used to be? Yeah, Matt Stafford. I think you're talking about Stafford. I think he can. He was having a good season last year until he got hurt. You just got to stay on the field. And I think getting Swift, which is like a check down back, he's fast as shit too. Getting Swift, damn, all their running back. All their receivers out. I don't know what. I might have to change that pick right there. That's why I say it's going to be a close game. The Eagles have so many injuries, man. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to look on this. You need Carson. You can't draft a quarterback in your division, bro. That's why I'm sitting out fantasy this year, bro. I just want to be stress free. But I never draft a quarterback in my division though. That's too stressful. Okay, the next game is gonna be my surprise pick this week. I have the Cardinals beating San Francisco, and that might sound crazy, but if you check the recent history, the Cardinals always play San Fran good. That's part of the reason. One of the other reasons, I like what the Cardinals did offensively to get weapons around their future quarterback. They added Cameron Drake towards the end of last season. He came over and acted a fool. I picked him up in fantasy, and I know he was doing his thing. He was killing. Every week he was killing. So Cameron Drake, for a full season, if he can stay healthy, will be a problem for them boys in that division. I like, the addition of D-Hop, obviously, was D-Hop was a fool for the Texans, and he's gonna be a fool, because I feel like Kyler's gonna find him a lot. He's gonna be his go-to guy. They still have old and reliable Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, I don't know when that guy's retiring. He probably got 10 more years in him. But Larry Fitz over on the other side. I'm anxious to see what Christian Kirk can do. Christian Kirk, if he can give you at least 700-800 yards, I think that will be enough to make the offense be somewhat respectable. J.R. Bayless. Hey man, put your picks in the back. Put your picks in the comments for each game, and we'll see who have the higher score. I'm not doing scores. I'm not doing score prediction this time. I'm just doing the who I'm thinking is going to win, because I don't know what these offense or defense going to look like, but we'll see. Washington football, bruh. That running back for Washington, that boy is fast. He's going to be a nice scat back. I like Love. It's going to be his first year. He ran a lot in college. He was a fool in college. Bryce Love. He might take over the starting spot by the end of the season and make that the Gibson cat the third down back. I heard he's gonna play slot as well, so we'll see. Yeah, he is. He's that good. He's that fast. I don't know if he's that good, but he's that fast. He's just as fast as Christian McCaffrey, and he's gonna play slot as well. So that's something to keep an eye on for Washington, the Washington football team. Yeah, Vince Fitzgerald. For real though, Fitz still coming back. That's gonna be good for Tyler. They had a good chemistry last year. So we're adding D-Hop. That's gonna free up some space for Fitzgerald. So that's gonna be good. And Christian Kirk could have a good breakout season as well. Chandler Jones, I feel like that's my pick for the sack record. I feel like he's gonna lead the league in sacks. They added that big dude from Buffalo up front. He's gonna help Chandler Jones get a little pressure. They added somebody else too. I can't remember where he's from or his name, but I like. Damn. Well, Eagles Eagles might mess around and lose this game, but I like what the Cardinals are doing up front. They didn't have a great defense or a good defense last year, but they brought back everyone on their defense in their defensive secondary. Old reliable 21 is still over there, still doing his thing. So we'll see. I'm anxious to see what the Cardinals can do defensively to help the offense. I feel like the offense will score enough points this year. I just don't know what the defense can do. But I do have Chandler Jones as my sack leader this year. He's every year with it. So, all right. As far as San Francisco, they did lose my boy. He's now a Saint. As we all know, they lost Sanders. They did draft a wide receiver, so I want to see if he's able to produce just as much as Sanders did. Sanders was big for them on third down. He burnt us a lot of times last year when he on third down. He's a good slant receiver. Drew Brees is gonna love that. Deebo Samuel, man, I don't know. I'm an SEC fan, so I've been knowing about Deebo for a minute. When he was balling in college, Deebo can ball, and he's going to be a problem. I think he's going to get 1,000 yards easily this year. Kittle is reliable as hell. He's going to be their biggest weapon on third down, obviously for obvious reason now. But Jimmy G, man, I got to see what Jimmy G can do. This he been knowing the system now. I don't really believe in Jimmy G. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't feel like he can make the big throws at the right time. I've yet to see that consistently. So I'm not really a firm believer in Jimmy G. But that defense give him a lot of possession. They turn the ball over, which is good for an offense. You get the ball back, you can score a lot of points. They did lose Forrest Buckner. I forgot where he went, but they did lose Buckner up front, but they did replace him. They drafted someone to replace him. Richard Sherman still doing his thing in the zone. Can't give him too much credit, but yeah, Richard Sherman still doing his thing in the zone. So we'll see what San Francisco can do. As far as picking this game, I did pick. Let's see who I picked this game. Yeah, I picked the Cardinals to win this game as my surprise pick for the week. My next game I'm picking is the Titans versus Denver. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Titans in this one. I am, excited about Drew Lock. Drew Lock. I like their receiving core with Judy and Sutton. You gonna go San Fran? It's an easy pick, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like they always playing well, so I feel like they can take that one. I feel like they can take that with all the weapons they have. I think they can score enough, and if they can keep Jimmy G on the field, throwing the ball and not running, like if they can stop the rushing attack, I feel like they'll have a chance with Jimmy throwing. But back on this Titan game, I love Sutton and Judy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that core right there is going to be a problem. If Drew Lock can show that he is as good as advertised for a little bit last year, they're running backs. I love their running backs. You know what I'm saying? They added Melvin Gordon. To an already nice rushing attack. They always ran the ball good in Denver. That's a tradition thing. They got Lindsey there. Lindsey's pretty cold. You know what I'm saying? Lindsey's pretty cold at running back for them. So I'm anxious to see that tandem right there. I feel like Lindsey's gonna be the main back, and Melvin Gordon is gonna be more like the goal line back and get all the touchdowns, which is a reverse role from what. No, I'm talking about Melvin Gordon, which is a reverse role from where he's coming from in San Diego, where he was doing all the work, and Eckler was getting like all the other backs would get all the touchdowns. I used to hate that. But I like that. They don't have Von Miller all season. Get well soon. But they lost Von Miller for the whole season. They had Wolf. Wolf is gone as well. So their D line. I know they got that dude. I think Bradley is his name. They drafted him a while ago. He should have a nice season if they don't double him all year. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh, you said I forgot. I thought you said you forgot. But yeah, Melvin Gordon is on the is playing for the Denver now, and I think that's that's good for them. But I don't feel like they're gonna do good offensively, but they're gonna give up a lot of points. Yeah, losing Vaughn was tough, especially not bringing Wolf back. Wolf and Vaughn was pretty much their two best defensive player. Kareem Jackson, yes, he's still there. He's pretty solid too. In the secondary, he's a pretty good player. As far as the Titans, they lost the other safety and cornerback, and I'll talk about him. He went over to San Diego, so I'll talk about him soon. But as far as the Titans, I love Derrick Henry. I feel like he's top 5 running back in the league. It's proven after that big year last year. They just added Javion Clowney like towards the end of the free agency / off season, which is going to be big for them. They already had a solid defense. I love their secondary. They did lose that big man up front. I think Casey. They lost Casey. They lost Casey up front, but they still have a pretty solid defense. I do feel like they're going to win that division. I feel like it's between them and the Colts. I feel like the Texans will compete in most games because when you have 4, you're going to compete. But as far as winning the division, I do have the Titans winning the division as well as this game. Ryan Tannehill, he got the big bucks. He played so good last year. I have nothing bad to say about Ryan Tannehill until he proved that he's not worth. He's already proved that he was worthy of the spot. But as far as the big pay, he have to prove that because I just didn't believe he was that good to get all that money. Texans get the wild card. It's gonna be hard, man. That offense didn't look good. But that was the first game and it was against the Chiefs, so we'll see. But I didn't like that at all. Something questionable. And I didn't even look, to be honest, I didn't even look at the injury report before doing this. This is just notes I took before getting on here. But let me see. Oh, as far as the Titans offensively, obviously they need to run Derrick is what I'm gonna call that for all season long. Keep the ball out of Tannehill's hands. He can make the throws. I do think AJ Brown is gonna have another big season. I'm anxious to see what he can do, this year with a full season of Tannehill. In the off season with Tannehill. So AJ Brown is a dog. He can play for sure. Browns in the playoffs. Don't argue with me. Wow. We'll see. I heard it all before, bro. I heard it all before. I'm trying to see what Odell's gonna do. Because that's my dog. Alright, so next game I'm picking is going to be the Bills and the Jets. I'm gonna make this one quick because I'm running out of time and I want y'all to get ready for this game. Bills versus Jets. Bills, I'm gonna take the Bills. I do think the Bills is gonna win the division. I think Josh Allen have weapons for days. If you want to jump on too, man, I don't want to be the only one talking. If y'all want to jump on, I got a link I can send y'all. I'm about to post the link in the comments. Just send the request, follow the directions, and send the request. If you want to jump on and tell me why your team is gonna win, go ahead and click that link I just posted. All right, so the Bills and the Jets. I do feel like Josh Allen have all the weapons. Singletary, I think he's gonna have a nice season as the main running back, and don't have to look over his shoulders for no one. I like Stephon Diggs. Everybody know that Diggs is a dog. I like that he's now a number one. Him and John Brown is gonna be a dog for Josh Allen all season. Beasley underneath is a good check down option for third down passes. I love what Beasley did with Allen last year. Cowboys fans, y'all should know what Beasley about. He also killed y'all when he played y'all too. So let me see. And Bills, their defense is always Jets not gonna surprise no one. Jets' entire defense, and I'll get on that in a minute. Jets' entire defense is trash pretty much. But yeah, Bills defense. I love their secondary. They still had those two good ass, dudes back there. Why is your head so big? That's my hair, dog. I'm cutting this soon, though. I love the Bills secondary. My head not really big, bro. I'm just close. Bills secondary, they cold. You know what I'm saying? Their pass rush always been there, so we'll see. I think the Bills is gonna win the division. It's gonna be hard, but because Cam, you don't know what Cam you getting. But as far as the Jets, man, Sam Darnold, he had the shits last year, so he had to miss some games. But I think he's a decent quarterback. I don't think he's he's elite. As far as all the guys that he came out with, they all passed him up in some way, some shape of fashion. They passed him up, but I'm anxious to see what he can do. I don't trust his weapons. I don't even know who his weapons are, to be honest with you. I like Le'Veon Bell, but they're gonna stack that box against him. They're gonna stack the box against him this year, and he's gonna have another bad season. I think he had his weakest yards per carry last year. They proved it last year. They played the Patriots tough. They didn't finish, but they played them tough last year. And they did good in the playoffs. Even the playoff game they lost, they didn't play bad at all. But as far as their defense, obviously their defense is pretty damn good. Jets, man, they lost Jamal Adams. CJ Mosley decided he's not going to play. I just don't know what they're going to do. I think their defense is going to struggle all year. Their offense is going to struggle all year. It's going to be a long year for the Jets. I think they can potentially have the top 3 pick this year on the Jets. I think they're going to be last in their division as well. Next game, and like I said, I want to rush through this real quick so that I can, get these picks out and get ready to watch these games. Let me see, biggest thing with Buffalo. They are in a trash division, especially with Brady gone. It's theirs to win, I think the Miami. I'm gonna get to that. Miami gonna surprise a lot of people. But the next game I'm pick is the Bears and the Lions. I do have the Bears winning this game. This was a hard game to pick because I don't trust the Bears quarterback. Mitch Trubisky. They decided to go with Mitch Trubisky last minute. I don't trust Mitch Trubisky. What I do trust is their defense, though. Their defense is pretty damn good. You know what? I'm changing that pick. I'm going with the Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions. Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford is going to have a big game. I like the addition of AD because they already have a scat back. They have Swift. Swift is a pretty, yeah. I'm gonna go with Lions, bro. I was I'm conflicted on that one, but I think I'm gonna go with the Lions on that one. But because I don't like Trubisky, I don't like him and I don't trust him. But Swift and AD, that's gonna be a tandem to keep an eye on all season. Swift, I know a lot about Swift. Being a Florida Gators fan, he's pretty damn good. He can break one from anywhere. I like that. I don't think Mitch Trubisky is going to finish the season as a starter. Just my thought, but I love the weapons Matt Stafford is playing with. And last year they killed before he got hurt. Kenny Galladay, and Jones. I think that tandem right there is top. Top. It's a top 5 tandem for sure. I don't want to go too high without thinking on it, but they pretty solid is my point. I love that they got Jeremy Collins from the Patriots. He's a baller. I love the addition of Marcus Trufant. He's pretty good. And I think he played like 9 games last year and had like 4 interceptions. I think he can be a solid little piece for them. I like the draft pick they had. Jeff Okudah, he's physical. Coming from Ohio State, he's physical. He'll get up in there and he played a style. That their coach liked. You know what I'm saying? He liked physical cornerbacks. So I feel like that those two cornerbacks could limit Mitch Trubisky and make him make some mistakes today. So I'm gonna go with the Lions on that one. Next game. I don't want to stay on too long, but let's go. Next game is for the Bears. Here's what I mean. The Bears D line is always going to be good. They're good at pass rush. The Lions got to make sure they keep an eye on Mac. Obviously, the Bears did add Jimmy Graham at tight end. He'll help Mitch Trubisky a lot. I don't know. I don't trust their offense. I do like their running backs, but I don't know. I don't trust the Bears in this one. I'm gonna take the Lions. Next game, and I'm gonna make this quick. Next game is Chargers and Bengals. I'm gonna take the Chargers. I don't trust rookie quarterbacks against good pass rush. I'm gonna take the Chargers due to that. Joe Burrow do have some weapons. He got AJ Green coming back, Tyler Boyd. He got Higgins. He got Joe Mixon. You name it. He got weapons all over the place. But I'm gonna take the Chargers. I don't trust rookie quarterbacks against good pass rush. I think Bosa and Ingram is gonna put a lot of pressure on him. They have Chris Harris in the secondary. He's gonna, be another problem for him. They're probably gonna put him on AJ Green if he's healthy, or whoever is killing between him and Tyler Boyd. Bosa and Ingram. I mean, I don't even need to explain them. Derwin James. He got to get healthy and get back on the field. He's out for like 6 to 8 weeks, so he got to get back on the field. Eckler at running back. He's a starting running back this year, so I'm anxious to see. I think he's going to get over 1,000 yards. They got Tyrod Taylor, starting at quarterback. This is going to be his first start as the quarterback. I think if he struggles, like later in the season, like around week 8, if they're not winning games and he's not playing well, I think they're going to go to the rookie. I thought he was going to win the job or start, but with the whole offseason the way it is with no preseason game, I think they're making the best decision of starting Tyrod Taylor. They have a receiving core at / tight end that is pretty damn cold. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, those 3 weapons, those are pretty damn good weapons to have. So I do have the Chargers winning that game. I'm going to take, the veteran quarterback over the rookie quarterback on that one, and the better D-line as well. As far as the next game I'm picking is the Dolphins and Pats. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I love the addition for the Pats of getting Cam Newton, but I don't know what his health is like. I don't trust all his weapons around him. And, it's a wait and see to see what he can do with the Patriots. They have a lot of people that sat out due to the, the virus or whatever their reason are. But the Patriots have a lot of people that's out. They lost a lot of people in the offseason. So we'll see. I do have the Dolphins winning week 1. Byron Jones, I think, is going to lock down their best receiver. And he's going to follow him. So I like Byron Jones. I like Shaq Lawson coming over. I like Jordan Howard at running back coming over, and Matt Breida coming over as well. They're starting Fitzpatrick, which I don't know how this man is still starting in the NFL, but I mean, he's been a solid quarterback everywhere he's been. So I don't know how he's starting week 1 though. Usually he missed to steal your job later on in the season, but yes, you are gonna miss him because he's gonna ball out this year in Miami. A matchup to look for in this game is Parker versus Gilmore. I feel like they're gonna put Gilmore on Parker because he's pretty much their best / only receiver. So I feel like they're going to put Stephon Gilmore. Parker did have a big game on him last year. So I'm anxious to see how he defend him and if he can repeat that big game this year. So I'm gonna go with Miami, man. I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one. Just because I don't know. The unknown with the Patriots is – only thing I know is that they have Bill Belichick, which is usually good enough. But he also had Tom Brady on the field. So this time I'm going to go with Dolphins over the Patriots. And I'm not sure when the last time the Patriots been 0-1, but excuse me, I'm calling it this year. Let's get it. All right, my next game. Oh, got DM. Slide in my DM. All right, next game is the Saints versus the Bucks. And, say less. I'm taking the Saints, obviously. My things I'm looking for in this game is I want to see what Drew Arm is like. I want to see this might potentially be his last year. No, I'm discussing that game now, sir. I'm not really giving too much information because I started this too late. Next week I'm gonna do it a little earlier so that people can get ready for the games. But I am gonna take the Saints. Drew Brees, I want to see what Drew Arm is like. I'm gonna do the Cowboys and Rams next. That's the next game. I actually skipped some games, but I'll get to them. I like the secondary for the Saints this year more than last year. Janoris Jenkins, Gators. Janoris Jenkins coming over last year towards the end of the season. This year, you get a full season in our secondary. He had an off season with us, so that'll help him a lot. We got Jenkins back from the Eagles. I'm loving that. I'm loving that addition right there. You know what I'm saying? At safety because he's our cleanup guy now. You know what I'm saying? No more missed tackles. You know what I'm saying? No more. Marcus Davenport. I haven't really. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Davenport out. I know he was hurt at one point. We need him back on the field because he's really good. He's really good. I like that cat. But for the Saints, man, it's it's the same thing. We don't need Jack Rabbit. Not trash, bro. Chill out. Jack Rabbit been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing since he came in the league. But as far as the Saints, man, like it's the same thing. Like they add people and they get better. Or they I don't care what the Saints do. For me, I'm not like most fans where I get excited about the regular season. It's about what the Saints do in the playoffs for me. Because I know they most likely going to make the playoffs. They have a team to make the playoffs. It's about what they do in the playoffs for me. So I'm going to celebrate some wins, but just know in the back of my mind, I don't care what they do until they get in that playoffs. As far as Brady and the Bucks, man, they got weapons for days. I don't even think I need to name them. Y'all know their weapons. Gronk coming back, you know what I'm saying? They just added Big Boy at running back. So I hope you don't know the plays yet, so he don't play a lot. But man, that's a good team. And they got JJP playing this year, which last year he didn't play that much or play at all. I can't remember. But they got Big Boy on the other side. He can lead the league in sacks this year if they keep and Ndamukong Suh and the other big boy healthy in the middle. I feel like their front seven is pretty good. Now, as far as their corners, I don't really trust their corners. I like the safety that they drafted. He's pretty. He fly around on defense. But we'll see about the Bucks. I think they're gonna obviously make the playoffs this year. Brady's gonna limit turnovers, something that Jameis wasn't able to do last year. So I think that's gonna be big for Tampa Bay. how long it take Brady to really because Brady is a system, so I don't think he got to learn the system. I think he just have to learn how to play with his guys. Which the Brady that I know, he's probably got like a million reps with all his guys already. But we'll see how that goes. I think they're gonna lose game one though. I hope they're gonna lose game one. It'll be interesting if they can run the ball more than last year. Yeah, if they can run the ball and keep the ball out of Brady's hands, you know what's up. Next game I'm picking is gonna be the Browns and Ravens. Browns versus Ravens is gonna be a pretty good game. Last year the Browns did beat the Ravens once, so they know what it takes to beat this team. But in year 3 for Lamar Jackson, for me, Baltimore. I picked Baltimore to make the Super Bowl, to make it to the Super Bowl. It was risky because the Chiefs is obviously everyone's number one pick. But if Lamar Jackson can play good in the playoffs, I feel like they have enough to. I picked them before they lost Earl Thomas, but I'm still gonna stick with them. It could be a dumb pick now because Earl was pretty big for him. You know what I'm saying? Earl was a cleanup guy. He could play around, he can tackle well. He can play around the box. He can do it all. But I'm still gonna stick with them because I don't want to renege on my pick. So I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. But as far as Lamar Jackson, we know he's an MVP. We know he can throw the ball. A lot of people don't believe in his arm, but I feel like he can throw the ball. His weapons are there. I feel like if he's struggling, they're gonna probably go get AD when it's AB when it's time, when he's eligible to come back, because that's his boy. New addition on defense. I love what the Ravens did with their defensive line. I feel like that's why they can beat the Chiefs, because they show up their defensive front. They got old boy from the Jags, which was he's a big addition to that defense which was already good. Their cornerbacks are always good. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 all pros at cornerback, so I love that about them. But that's as far as the Browns, man. It's a lot of people. I saw earlier somebody say they got them making the playoffs. I'm not ready to go that far. I do feel like they're gonna have a good season. They're gonna win 9 games, but I'm not sure. With the Ravens and Steelers way better this year with Ben coming back. I don't know how they're gonna make the playoffs. It's gonna be hard. The division alone is good. Even the Bengals might get them once. So it's gonna be hard for the Browns to make the playoffs. But basically it comes down to Baker. I'm putting all the pressure on Baker and Odell. That chemistry right there, they have to show that they can finally, make it work. Because we haven't seen Odell and Baker good season yet. So once we get that, then their offense. They added big old boy from Atlanta. They added old boy from Atlanta, that tight end, Austin Hooper. So hopefully he can help Baker, in the middle. But it's on Baker, like Tim just said, it's on Baker. If Baker can't improve, they won't go anywhere. I love their rushing attack. I love their receiving core. He got weapons everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just need to see him put it all together. Browns O-line cheeks. It is. It's definitely cheap. But let me hurry up, man. We got 15 minutes till kickoff, so let me get these other games in real quick. Rams and Cowboys. This one is tough. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all picks as well on this one. But obviously Dak is playing for his big payday. I feel like he earned it already, but he's still playing for it. I don't know who he has to prove it to, but Dak is playing for his payday. So I'm anxious to see what Dak can do this year with all the weapons, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, all them boys. They have a faster tight end now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they had him last year, but they didn't play him as much. They wanted to give Jason Witten some burns. I don't know why, but this game is going to be tough. I did pick the Cowboys. Tim did too. I'm not sure why Tim picked the Cowboys, but Tim picked the Cowboys. I like the addition of Griffin late in the offseason, coming over from the Vikings. I like that pickup right there. I like the other pickups as well, but some of them either been hurt, was out for different reasons, or whatever the case may be. But That front seven for the Cowboys, if healthy, is top 3 in the NFL. If they can put it all together. I love their linebacker core. If they can stay healthy. Cowboys definitely making the playoffs. I got them winning their division. But I did pick them to win this game. One, because of the Rams. The Rams, I'm not sure what their running game is going to look like. I know they got their big boy at running back. I don't know if I think he's going to be the starter now, but Goff. I think the guys that got drafted with him and around him, I think they took off on him. He got to show that Super Bowl run wasn't a fluke. McVay, he got to show that, all the hype around him. They were saying he was the next great, this, that, and the other. They didn't have a bad season last year. They went 9-7. But as far as, expectations, they definitely didn't meet it. I don't think any of them met their expectation. Donald could be an MVP again. That dude is that good. He can disrupt an entire offense. If he can limit Zeke, I think this is going to be a close game. That's why it was so hard to pick. If he can limit Zeke up front and keep, CD, I think CD is going to have a big play in his first game. But if they could limit Zeke, every time you disrupt Zeke, Dak is not the same quarterback. So anybody playing against the Cowboys, I would say stop Zeke. You stop Zeke, but this year I do feel like the Cowboys are going to pass the ball a lot more this year with all those weapons. Next week I'm not getting on this thing alone. By the way, I don't like talking this much. I rather share the spotlight. But I do have the Cowboys winning that game. And my next pick is the Steelers. I'm gonna have the Steelers beating the Giants. Big Ben coming back. I'm anxious to see if let me get off this thing. I'm anxious to see if Big Ben can come back and bounce back to today. So, oh man, it's tough. It's gonna be tough up front. But if they can limit y'all, bro, running the ball, they can definitely take this win. Fuck you, man, the Steelers. I don't even see the name, but I know what that is. But yeah, Big Ben coming back. I'm anxious to see if Juju can show that he's a number one. Last year he didn't, but he didn't have his quarterback, so I'm gonna give him another chance to prove that. I love their running game with Connor. I love, I love Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is one of the coach. If I can play for anybody, like as a football player, Mike Tomlin is on the top of that list. Their defense is always going to be good or, play hard. They might not be great, but as far as names, but they're going to play hard. Giants, I'm anxious to see how Jones play this year with a new quarterback coach, with a new coach, and Jason Garrett should help him a lot as well. With his experience and stuff. Running back, they have the best running back in the league, in my opinion. Their defense is what scares me, though. That's why I have the Steelers taking this one. And that's it. I'm just run through my pick again in case anybody missed them. I don't know if I missed any game, but I shouldn't have. So I can get this game thing up. So I have Seattle. I have Seattle beating the Falcons. I have the Panthers beating the Raiders. I have Titans beating Denver. I have Eagles beating Washington. My upset pick is Cardinals beating San Francisco. I have the Bills beating the Jets. I have the Lions beating the Bears. I have the Chargers beating the Bengals. I have the Dolphins beating the Pats. This is another one of my upset pick. And I have the Saints beating the Bucks. Cowboys beating the Rams, which, I'm not too confident about that, but I'm going to take the Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Don't let me down, Cowboys. Please don't let me down. And I have the Ravens beating the Browns. And for Monday Night Football, I have Giants beating the Steelers. And let me see if it's 2 Monday Night Football games. Okay, it's just one. Yeah, so that's my picks. Let me know y'all picks in the comments so we can come back to it next week. I'm not getting on this thing alone, and I'm gonna do it a little bit earlier so we can so I can say more things. I was kind of rushing through it this time. So yeah, don't let me down, Tim, bro. I'm putting my faith in y'all. I know last time y'all played them, they beat y'all. I think it was in the playoffs. I think that was the last time, but I remember them getting y'all. But let's see, man. That's my picks. I'm gonna sign off so I can get this game straight up, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. Good luck to y'all teams, except for the Bucks.